Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a baby blanket. I will be however using the interlocking stitch to make this blanket. So I went ahead and I did make most of the blanket already. So this is what it looks like. So I'll show you step by step how to make the colors intertwine with each other, and whatever color yarn that you want to use, you can go ahead and use that. So for this yarn that I use, this one is like a size 3, and this is the name of the yarn. I actually bought this yarn on Temu, and I use 8 skein, and each skein comes with 122 yards. And this is also 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. So I will be however showing you how to do this using some scrap yarns that I have, and then I will show you how to finish the blanket. So guys, if you're new over here, welcome to my channel. I hope that you will love this blanket and you'll be able to make one of your own, or you can make whatever you want to make with this stitch. So guys, let's jump in the video. So guys, these are the colors that I will be mixing together. So I use 4 colors. You can use 3 or you can use 2 if you like, but mainly 3 is normally used, but I decided that I wanted to use 4 to make this blanket. So I'll just demonstrate on how to use the 4 yarns. So I'm just going to start off with this lilac one here, and I'm going to use a 4.5mm crochet hook. If you want to use a size 4 yarn, you can use a size 4.5 or a size 5 hook. For the one that I made previously, for those yarn, I use a 3.5mm crochet hook. I will list these information in the description box so you can check it out. So guys, let's begin. So to make your foundation, you will need multiples of 4, and then chain 2 afterwards. So I am just going to go ahead and make my multiples of 4, and then I will meet back with you. So it's just depending on how big or how wide you want your blanket to be. So for the one that I am making, I actually chain 155 chains to make the width of that blanket. And once you get to your amount, then I'll just meet back with you. So I'm just going to continue doing this and I'll meet with you. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my chains, and I did a total of 32 chains plus 2. So the 2 extra chains is going to count as my turning chain, so that's not a stitch. So our first stitch will be into our first chain, or third chain here, sorry. So 1, 2, and 3, make a double crochet there. And this is going to be our foundation, or what you can also do is you can do your foundation as a single crochet foundation, so you will just chain 1, or you can do it as a half double crochet foundation, which you can also just chain 1. But I'm just doing the double crochet, so I'm going to continue doing that all the way until I get to the end, and I'll meet you back there. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to make my last double crochet. Now we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, turn your work. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so into that first stitch there, you are going to make a double crochet. So that's 1, and the next 2, 3, and 4. Now that you have made 4 double crochet, you are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to skip 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, into the 5th one. You are going to yarn over and make a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, make a double crochet in the 5th stitch. And you're going to continue doing that all the way until you get to the end, and I'll show you what to do next. When you have your last 4 stitches remaining, I'll show you what to do. Chain up 4 again and repeat 1 2 3 4, skipping 4, going to the 5th stitch and make a double crochet to there. So I'm going to continue doing that and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I have come to the end and I have 4 stitches here remaining, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 2 3 and 4, and into our last stitch here, this one that is hiding in the back, you are going to insert your hook there. You're going to move this to the back and you're going to pick up your new color, so any color that you want to start with for the second round. You're going to pull that through and continue pulling through to this stitch here. And you don't have to tie it. Make sure that this is hanging into the back and you just pull down. So I can do that again. Let me just show you. So insert your hook into your last stitch, pick up your new color, pull through, make sure that this is dangling into the back, just pull down like that, putting that around there, and pick up your color, and you are going to go ahead and chain 1 2 and 3, and that is your first double crochet. You're going to turn your work, and this is where it's going to get a little bit tedious with your colors because it tends to get tangled up, but each time as you go along, once you add a color or you're going up into your rows, just unwind those colors so that it doesn't get tangled and you have a problem. So now we have our first stitch there. You're going to yarn over and you're going to work your double crochet over on top of this. So that's our first one. Going to the second, make a double crochet, so now you have 4 double crochet there. You're going to chain 1 2 3 and 4. You are going to go into this one here, and what you're going to do is you're just going to work over it just as the same. So that's 1 2 3 and 4. Chain 1 2 3 4, yarn over, and then make sure that you don't miss your stitches. So that's 1 2 3 4 there. So our first one is right here. Always count your stitches so that you don't miss them. So there it is, and just continue doing that until you get to this part here, and I'll meet you there. So now I got to the end here, and I'm just gonna make my last 4 2 3 and 4, and with that 4 there, what we're gonna do is we are going to go into our stitch there. Make sure that it is into the 1 2 3 4 into your last stitch. You're going to pick up your next color and you're going to attach it. Put this to the back. That's your previous color, and start with your new color now. Chain 3, turn your work So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're just basically repeating the same thing. Chain in 4, go over here on the other side, and make your next set of 4. Just redo that. There. Repeat that same step all the way until you get to the end, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I have come to the end here, and you can notice that my threads or my yarn is crisscrossing. So all you have to do is bring this color that you just finished before the blue one, bring it over on this side so that it doesn't get tangled, and there it is. And now you are going to go into your last stitch there, get your next color. Always remember to put this the color that you're finishing, swing it to the back. Okay, so now that we're there, we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, turn your work. You can swing this back over to this side, and then the blue you can swing it over on the other side so that it doesn't get in your way or get tangled. Okay, so now that we have our first one, then we're just going to repeat the same step by putting 4 double crochets, chain 4, and repeat. Continue doing that all the way to the end, and I'll meet you there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I made my 4 here. And basically what you're going to do is you are just going to, because we're done adding our colors, so we all have our colors together, and you will notice that one side has 2 colors on this side, and one side have 1. So now what you're going to do is you are going to go on top of that double crochet, that is the chain up 3, insert your hook, put this on behind, pick up your color, and pull through. Pull all the way through. And continue doing 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. And continue making your double crochets just like that. Once you get to the other side, I'll meet you back there. So you're just basically repeating this step all over until you get to your desired length. Then you can stop there, and then you can make a border for your blanket or whatever you're making. So I'll see you at the end. So guys, now we have reached to where we have our 2 yarns dangling on this side here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the further one, so it will be this first one that we were working with. That's the one that you're gonna choose. So just as we did before, insert your hook into that chain up 3, pull this one to the back, that's the color that you're finishing off with, and then you grab that further one that is down, and pull it through. chain up your 3 and continue to do your stitching. Make sure that you don't grab it too tight because you don't want your work to squinge up, so make sure that you give it enough length. And basically you're just going to continue doing this all the way until you get to your desired length, as I stated before. And once you're there, I will meet you back where I will show you what I will do next. So I'm just going to continue doing this. So I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end of making my little swatch here. So this is what your work should look like. So I'm just going to lay this aside and I'm going to move on to my blanket. So as I stated, you can make your desired length of what you want your blanket to be, and then you can meet back with me where I'll show you how to work on the border. So in this pack of yarn that I got, this is what I have left back from my previous skeins. The other colors are finished. I'm just gonna cut this off because I don't need them anymore. I kind of give them a tie just to put it together. I'm just gonna cut that off. And this is what I have left back from the half white. So these are the color combinations, so it kind of go half and half. This is what come in the pack, so this is what I use. So now I'm just gonna work on this part here. So I just finished off just as I did with the swatch that I was making to show you how to do it. I did the same thing here. I made my 4 and then slip stitch there. So now I am going to go ahead and chain up 1, 2, 3 and 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. I'm going to turn my work and I'm just going to work back to this end and go all the way around. So now I am going to go into my next stitch and I'm going to work my double crochets as usual. Where I have my double crochets here, I am just going to make half double crochets just to kind of even up with this double crochet here. And now I'm going to start making back double crochets. So where you have your solid double crochets, you will do half double crochet on that. Where you have the opening, you will do double crochets. And I'm going to continue doing that all the way until the end, and I'll meet you back there. So half double crochets. So you can see they're all on the same level. So I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end of our first part here, the starting of the border, and I am going to put 3 half double crochets into our last stitch, and that is going to form a corner. And into our double crochet here, I am just going to put 3 double crochets, just to kind of fill out that little gap area, and it turns nicely. So I am just going to continue, and where I have my little tail ends, I'm just going to work over that. So as I stated, 3 double crochets where you have a double crochet, and you have a double crochet all the way downward. So I'm just gonna attach this yarn because my yarn is finished, and I'm using this acrylic yarn here. This one is a super soft yarn, and it is 100% acrylic. Kind of look close to this one, so I am just gonna use that because I don't have any more of this yarn. So I'm just going to attach it and give it a tie. Okay. So we're going to work over all the tail ends. And you're going to continue doing this all the way down to the end of this side and to the other sides until you get back to where we started here. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll meet you back at this end. So just continue making your double crochets, and I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end, and I did my 3 double crochet into my double crochet here, and now I am going to slip stitch on top of our first double crochet to finish our corner. And there it is. So now we are going to chain up 1, 2, and 3. Into that same stitch we are going to put 1 more double crochet, and into the next stitch we are going to put 1 double crochet, and into each and every stitch we will put 1 double crochet until you get to the next corner, and I'll meet you back there and I'll show you what to do. So guys, now I have reached back to my next corner here, and that middle stitch that is facing in the corner, the center of the corner here, we are going to go into that stitch, and we're going to make 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, we're going to chain 1, go back into that same stitch, make 1, 2 double crochet, and that's going to give you a nice little corner. And we're just going to continue making double crochet until we get to the next corner, and we will just repeat the same step. So continue doing that until you get to the last corner, and I'll meet you back there. So this is how your corner should look like. So I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come back to where we started off, and I am going to go back into that same stitch where we put 2 double crochets in. So I'm going to put 2 more double crochets. So that's 1 and 2, chain 1, and then slip stitch on top of our first double crochet. just redo that. And there, this corner is completed. So now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 1. We are going to go into the next stitch and we're going to do a slip stitch, and this is where I'm going to finish off the edges. Chain 1, slip stitch, and you're going to pull up on your slip stitch a little and then pull through. Chain 1, slip stitch, pull up on your slip stitch a little, chain 1, and it's going to give it a braided effect for the edges. Slip stitch. Sorry, I did slip stitch just now. Okay, that was chain 1, sorry. Slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, and you're going to continue doing this all the way until you get to the next end, and I'll show you how to do that corner. So guys, and now I have come to my next corner here, and I am just going to go ahead and do 2 slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1. So into the chain 1 space, that's where you're going to put that, and then continue doing slip stitches in the remaining stitches and chain 1. And when you get to the next corner, you will repeat the same step. You can see it there. So continue doing that and I'll see you at the end. So guys, now I've come to my corner here, and I'm just gonna do my last stitch here, chain 1, and then fasten off. And I'm just gonna use my darning needle just to weave my tail end in. So I'm just going to go into these 2 loops here. So it brings it together, and then go into the back and weave that tail end in. So you can basically sew it however you feel like to, as long as it is fastened and it won't come loose. So our blanket is now completed, and this is what it looks like. So you can see all the edges here on both sides, neatly done. See here on this side as well. And you can see the 2 colors. So guys, if you enjoy making this blanket, please do give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and tell me what you think. And thank you again for watching. Until next time, bye.